Okay, now we're going to do some compositions using discrete functions. So let's talk about that word for just a second there. A discrete function is one where the data is not continuous. Like on our previous example, we had linear functions and we had a quadratic function. And if you were to graph those, you would connect the dots. A discrete function is one where you do not connect the dots. There's nothing known between this point and this point. So you would just plot them separately. Alrighty, so that's what a discrete function is. The information that they give you for that could be given as a list of points, as we have in this example, or they could write it as a table. So I could turn these lists of points into tables and still be able to do what I'm doing here. All right, so what they want me to find now is f of g of 3. And once again, I'm going to start with my inside function here. So I'm going to find g of 3. And then whatever g of 3 is, I'm going to put it in the blank there. Now, that actually just means what is the value of y when x is 3 on the function known as g. So I would look at g. I'm looking for an x value of 3. I see it here. The y value that goes with that is 6, so I'm going to put 6 in the blank there. Now I still have some function notation here. It says f of 6, so that means I'm not done yet. I still need to evaluate this one. So this one says literally, what is the y value when x is 6 on the function f? So now I'm looking at f, I'm looking for an x value of 6. I see there it is. And then the y value that goes with that one is a 3. So this would be 3. So my final result for f of g of 3 is 3. Now we'll try the second one over here. So for this one, they want us to find g of f of 3. I'm going to erase my markup on my functions up here. All right, so this one says g of f of 3. So this time f is my inside function. So the first thing I'm going to do is find f of 3. And so whatever f of 3 is, that's what I'm going to put in the blank there. So I go back and I look at f. I look for an x value of 3. And then f of 3 means what is the y value that goes with that. So that would be an 8. So I put 8 in the blank. Now that I've got that, I still have some function notation going on here because it says g of 8, not just 8. So I need to evaluate that one. So that means go to g, look for an x value of 8, and say what the y value is that goes along with that. So that would be 6. So my final result there for g of f of 3 is 6. Now with these, it is possible for them to ask me a question that I can't answer. So I just wanted to touch on that for just a moment. Because this is discrete data, if they ask me something like f of g of, lots of pen lag there, f of g of 4. Oops. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. In order to evaluate this, the first thing I would do is find this g of 4. Now when I go and look at g, and I'm looking for an x value of 4, my x value there is 0, there it's 8, there it's 3, and there it's -1. So I don't have an x value of 4 for the function g. So if that happens at any point, and when you're trying to do one of these things, you would have to say that there is no solution, or it's not possible. Alrighty, now you try the questions on the Google form.